What's up, guys? Welcome back to Annie Peeps. Mighty Mo here, your host for the day. Along with me, I've got Boom and Boggs. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good, good, good.
Very good.
Excited for this one. Much
Yeah,
anticipated.
Yes, sir.
long awaited episode from both me and Boom's end. So yeah, pretty
Yes, sir.
excited.
And it's definitely, I think it's gonna be a little different than what y'all are expecting. Before we get more into that, we've got our meme of the day here, and we got can't remember his name, but looking at the adorable critters from Made in Abyss and the other little guy having to smack him out of it. We all know what he's thinking.
How to prepare it? Looks tasty.
Oh, Cheetah Chuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. And Lyos needs to get his shit together, man. Get his mind out the gutter.
The way he's staring at it, dude. So serious about it.
It's a
And
dark meme, man.
and current interpretation I just gave you guys is a lot better than what I was thinking originally when I saw it. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
leave
don't
it
even
at
know,
that.
want to know what was going. Yeah.
But today we'll be going through my top 10 anime list of, well, not of 2024, but 2024 version. Things always change as the years go on, but to kick us off, I've got three quick little honorable mentions.
Nice.
First being Kaguya-sama.
Woo!
Um,
Let's go.
Boggs put me onto this one, and I think this was kind of my introduction into branching out of shonen and seinen based anime and more into the romance side. So shouts out
Good, the
to
good stuff,
Boggs and Kaguya.
sir.
Probably first shocker of not being in the top 10 is ReZero. Um,
Sheesh.
do
I'm
love this show,
sure.
but go ahead,
I mean,
Boggs.
ReZero's great. No, I was just gonna make a joke saying, let season 3 cook and he'll probably creep back in.
Yeah. And I started rewatching it the other night actually. I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, so I'm like, fuck, this is pretty good. But
I mean,
they're
ReZero is just one of those shows that has like ups and downs, so I
mhm,
do kind of get it.
yeah. So we'll see. As I finish it and then we approach season 3, it'll probably sneak its way back in there. But and the last one is probably the biggest shocker. Fullmetal Alchemist did not make the
Ah,
list this
Ooh,
year. Um, and you'll
yo, he's
see as the list goes, part of it's going to be some recency bias, but this is one I haven't revisited in a long time, and I do love the anime and the manga, but there's just some things that spoke to me this year that really pushed it out. So
yo,
oh,
Boggs. This might not be Mo, man.
yeah, I don't know, man. Um, we see our boy Mo growing out of things.
the biggest shocker should have been if Naruto wasn't in there, then minor spoiler.
Yeah, that's
But
true. I'll
so
give
number
you that. I'll
10,
give you that.
number 10, we've got Girls Band Cry. Um,
Ooh,
so
was not expecting that, but
yeah,
I mean,
banger,
Girls Band Cry is great.
such a banger. Story follows the girl in the middle, Nina, kind of running away from home, moving out to Tokyo, hoping to go to university, and running into a bunch of troubles, but ends up meeting her favorite guitarist, doing a little mini live with her in front of the station, and getting recruited to start a band with her, and going through, the trials and tribulations of that, and doing a band. So this one, when I was driving home from a trip recently, I was listening to the album again, and it's just making me feel so many emotions. I was like, dude, this is so good. I can't not have this on the list, man. Just
Yeah, and like this show was I don't know, it's just like super exciting, just um so aggressive in like many ways, mostly Nina, but just how the band is in a way. Um I mean, it's hard not to compare this with, Jellyfish, just the fact that they aired at the same time and kind of similar in their themes. For those who haven't checked out our 2024 summer video, we talk about kind of our feelings between the two shows. So if you haven't watched that, check that out. But yeah, no, I agree. Girls Band Cry was a fun little journey. I think the ending was really great. Like everything leading up to it. I know I mentioned it in that the summer 2024 episode, but I do wish we got a bit more of like Rupa's kind of backstory, but that's like a minor complaint. And
Mhm.
I think I'm Here, the final song that they play in episode 3 was an absolute banger. I thought like the performance was energetic, especially like the last scene where um Nina does like her vocals in like a high pitch. She does her high pitch vocals and then the camera kind of pans out between like the different cast members and just how the camera is like the camera angle is done there is super great. Yeah, I thought the final episode was so strong,
Mhm.
especially when comparing it to like Jellyfish. I like the songs in this one better too, and yeah, it's unfortunate because I bought like the CD for it, and I'm not sure if that song's in it. But yeah, and even like this,
Mhm.
you see like the one with the her her toge, like they're called like toge nashi togeari, like thorns with thorns, without thorns, and like this little stressed, angry Nina, kind of black and red lines. I think was a good visual kind of representation of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's so much I love about this show, and yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad you put it on this list.
We talked about this one a lot in that episode Boggs was referring to, so won't beat a dead horse, but yeah, I just wanted to mention too, like the beginning of every live, Nina having like her little outburst of kind of how she was feeling going into that concert, the stuff they were going to. Like I always love those little outbursts from her too, and then just rolling straight into the songs. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
number
how do you
10.
not like the little pinky pose? It's just so awesome.
Oh
Is this
man.
your kind of introduction into kind of like girls band type anime, or
Yeah,
I guess like
I think so,
musical?
because I haven't seen K-On, I haven't seen Bocchi. I think the only music related one I've seen is Your Lie in April, which is
More
similar but
classical?
different. Um, it's more so following one guy struggling through growing to love music versus this is seeing a
Yeah,
group. So, Bocchi's definitely next on the list. It'll come soon. We'll see which one stands against each other in that one.
yeah, I have my opinions on it, but I'll keep my mouth closed for this topic at least for now.
All right. And that was number 10. At number 9, got Death Notes.
Nice, nice,
Had to
nice.
sneak this classic
Classic.
in here. Um, Follows Light Yagami, who finds a Death Note that appeared. Oh, gets to rewind. He's a super genius, basically. Top of his class,
Giga
perfect
brain.
student. Yeah, Giga Brain's bored with life because it's so easy for him. And he finds this Death Note and figures out that he's able to kill people. And from there, it's just him going batshit crazy,
Oh my
man. And
god.
definitely the first arc is peak of him versing L. I love this whole arc where they were like chained together. Um, like the Giga Brain stuff that Light had to go through to continue being Kira and pretending to be Kira, acting like Kira, and but also not being Kira and tricking L with him right by his side was insane, man. And like this
Yeah, the
scene is
cat
so
and mouse
fun.
part of it was just super exciting.
Boom, you've seen this one, right? Or
Yes, yes, I've seen multiple variants of this one. You get my drift.
no,
I believe we do.
right. We do have a
Live action.
certified live action viewer here, so
The first way I've, the first time, like, that's the first media I watched Death Note. I haven't read it, so I watched live action, then watched the anime. Let's just say, if you did too, it wouldn't be on your list right now.
yeah, that's crazy, bro. I remember seeing
It's
this
pretty
on
good,
like
man.
Adult Swim when I was a kid, and this one actually the dub is pretty comparable. One of the few that if you're a dub enjoyer, this one's good. But not too much to say about Death Note. It's a classic. Um,
Yeah.
if
Potato chip
you're
scene.
yeah, yeah, no, I forgot to include that one. Yeah. I take potato chip and I eat it.
Big
Just
brain move.
so dramatized. But that's number nine, Death Notes. And at eight, another probably quite expected one, Mob Psycho.
Nice, nice.
Mob
Tilting
Psycho,
more on the shonen side in
yes,
Mo
sir.
fashion. Love to see it.
You'll see as we progress, it gets better. But Mob Psycho follows Shigeru, the kid in the middle. He's kind of a shy, quiet kid in high school, not super confident, and he meets his what Shisho is master Leigan, and he kind of helps guide him through life, and teaches him the ways. Originally, it's him just using Mob for his psychic powers and running a fraud business, but even through all that deception from to Mob, becomes such a great leader for him. And I mean, this is like the very beginning, Reagan impressing everybody but Mob, and it's just when I was watching clips of this again, shit had me so weak, man.
Is
This
he
this show
actually
really
become OP? Like the was it Reagan?
Reagan. There's
Because I've only watched bits
sometimes,
and pieces.
yeah, sometimes he is OP, but it's because minor spoilers, like
Mm.
he gets like power transferred to him.
Oh, nice.
So aside from that, no, his weak. Like Mo said, he's just exploiting Mob for his weird business of like fending off ghost spirits.
Mhm. Yeah,
This
no,
does a
I
really good job of kind of comedy, and later on it gets pretty deep.
yeah. I mean, just like even this scene, it's fairly comedic, but at the same time, just so epic. Leading up to this, like the captain's giving Mob so much praise, uh, like you're so weak, you came to us struggling, but you were always right behind us, working hard. He was the leader of their exercise club, captain. This is him protecting
Yeah,
Mob when he's getting his ass beat. Um, Such an epic
yeah.
captain, man.
OP.
It is not. It is like a heartwarming story too. In the bigger picture, kind of the the growing cast of support Mob kind of develops throughout the series, kind of like with the muscle building crew, kind of Reagan too in the long run, and I forgot what that other kind of guy with the superpowers name is, but and of course Mob's brother as well, but
Mm,
he,
lots
he
of
gets a ton of
friends.
support for yeah.
Even wows his crush. So funny he sees her in such a beautiful light. She is cute, but every time they show her, she's like sparkling in his eyes and stuff. Wish I got the
Yeah,
gift of that too. But and then just the animation too, man, is so awesome, especially in these scenes when he goes ape shit. Like, yeah, I can't give enough praise to Studio Bones and the manga
yeah,
for giving us such beautiful visuals.
I agree. The colors too, sometimes when Mob hits 100, like anytime he hits 100, the animation just so lit.
Yeah. And like the Esper powers too, like it's like a rainbow aura that, they
Mhm.
use to visualize to us, show us the powers. So dope, man. Uh that's Mob at number eight. And at number 7, we've got another recency bias, Dangers of My Heart. Um, Big romance on here, making it in. Um, I think we all kind of felt the same way about this one, but I absolutely love this one. Follows Ishikawa,
Yes,
um,
Hmm.
sir.
shy boy there. He's kind of in a like middle school delusion stage where like he hates everybody and he's kind of plotting on killing Anna. She's like the cute popular girl in school, and then slowly falls in love with her, man. And just so many cute moments from the show, so wholesome.
And I
Yeah,
I
think
no,
don't even know.
all the characters are so good in this show, dude. From the side couple to like even on her friends as well, dude. I love all of them.
parents. Yeah, Ishikawa's
Yeah,
sister too.
yeah. And like I just noticed, like if you go back Mo to that first picture, why did they make the height look so like it looks like the same size height in the
So
not
she,
this one, but like the cover image or I don't know what it's called, but he looks exactly the
oh, this
same.
one.
They
Yeah, man.
look identical height, man.
It's just the angle, but she's definitely a foot
It's such
too
a peak
taller,
show,
man.
man.
And she is wearing heels in that one, but as she states there. But so many good wholesome moments like this one right here. This is probably one of my favorite, like they're both alluding to calling each other by their first names, but they really haven't spoken it much yet, but he sees it there and then she writes it. He sees her writing that and then he writes it and she's just so ecstatic about it. And this is
Yeah,
the
no,
moment he fell in
this
love.
is just such a good feeling show. With at the end of most episode, there's with the carte kind of card popping up, with the music kind of getting into it. Like almost every episode just has such a
Mhm.
heartwarming scene to it. And I really do love how Anna is kind of scheming to get, you know, kind of to progress their relationship between the two, and also kind of Kyo struggling with his own issues. And I do like how he kind of sees his perfective self kind of talking to him and pushing him,
Oh
I
man,
guess, like his subconscious telling him to, do what he really wants to do deep down. Like you mentioned earlier, Mo, like he in the beginning of this series, his like kind of a edgy middle schooler, but he really wants to get better. Anna making him better, and yeah, just watching these two's relationship blossom, just an absolute treat to watch.
yeah, I do absolutely love the jealous scenes in this one, man. Even like the one before where he threw the bike. I think that was the first
That
episode,
one was so aggressive.
or even like when she gets jealous of him when she talks or he gets closer to the other girl's desk in class, dude. And she does like the jealous face, man. Those are so peak moments. This show is awesome,
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
it is. And yeah, I think that's one of the thing I like most about this show, Bloom, is it's when Anna kind of gets jealous, and or like when she senses that Kyo is jealous at her, and she kind of tries to set the record straight. Like this show doesn't really have any unnecessary drama. It's pretty forward with how they kind of build up their relationship throughout the series so far. So yeah, I think this is definitely one of the more special modern romance animes for sure.
For sure. A special
Yep.
shout out to that classmate in the back right there, the blonde guy. I hate that guy.
Dude, I
Kept
The
love
blind
switching
guy.
Aoki,
up.
man. Such a perv and misunderstanding the chocolate, and he's probably he's probably my favorite side character, man. He's such a good comedy relief. Just a
Then he
Oh
typical
starts
what
yeah,
you would
liking
imagine middle schooler.
yeah, that's true.
Yamada, and then he switches to the sister at the end. Spoiler alert, but
Oh yeah, and then the other girl as well during the Valentine thing.
oh my god, again the jealousy scenes, right? Where she pretends to be the
Yeah,
boyfriend. Also,
Yeah,
like that
going.
other couple. The other couple was peak, man.
yeah, the chubby girl and the
Old
the other dude.
baseball guy, I want to say.
Yeah, based off his hair at least. Yeah, totally agree. I think Boom does as well. Definitely deserves to be on the list. Absolute peak.
Summed it up well. It's fucking awesome. Moving on to number six. We've got My Teen romantic comedy Snafu. Two romance in a row. I know. Absolutely shocking. But this story follows Higaya Hachiman, guy in the middle there, and he's kind of a pretty nihilistic guy. Um, Hates school, doesn't believe he's gonna amount to anything, and his teacher forces him to join a volunteer service club where he meets Yukino and Yui, tsundere and a Genki girl, but it's kind of a love triangle story of them figuring it out and eventually a quad quad link with a best girl sneaking in there. But such a good romance, man. I feel like it's really well done of the like subtle drama that you slowly see between all of them and very like natural progression of how people get to like each other, the interactions that people would have. Like, I feel like every character's pretty true to themselves, which is kind of nice. I'm
Yeah.
not doing the show a service, but
I mean, yeah, like this show, it's pretty much just seeing Hachiman's relationship build between mostly Yukinon and Yui. And yeah, it's a tricky love triangle too, especially with, Yukino and Yui just being pretty much best friends. And uh yeah, like you said, Hachiman pretty much is like a nihilistic guy. He pretty much believes that in high school at least, he's just so against slash maybe scared of forming relationships because he's afraid of just surface level relationships that are, kind of fake. And he just being like a kind of negative thinking guy, he just feels like anyone approaching him um is for maybe like surface level stuff or to kind of benefit in some way. He kind of has the characteristic of kind of pulling the loser's straw to take the L for the greater good kind of thing. And he doesn't realize that in doing so kind of hurts the people around him, namely Yui and Yukino. And yeah, I think like you said, there's a lot going on in this show, and I think what kind of goes under the radar besides obviously the great romance in this show is Hachiman's kind of growth in the show. Um, Kind of supported by both the two main female casts and also pretty much everyone supporting him, including like Iroha, his sister, Hiratsuka Sensei, everyone like that. But yeah, I think this is probably this is an amazing kind of love triangle show filled with amazing cast of both male and female characters. I mean, this is one I struggle with personally picking best girl. I tend to jump back and forth between Yui and Yukino. Sometimes get Kawasaki in the mix. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I have no complaints of this being on your list. This is an absolute great series.
yeah. And it's such a hard one to really put into words. I think you did a good job, but it's just I think it's a must see if you love romance and cute girls. They've got plenty of both.
Pretty clever kind of dialogue in this too, with a lot of subtext going on in season 2 and 3 because things get to the point of they're they each of them know it's like a love triangle situation, but they want to keep the status quo because things are so good. But they know that picking, especially Hachiman, picking a girl is putting the friendship triangle at risk. And like say if he picks one girl, then it puts their friendship at risk too. And there's a lot of like subtext going on in the dialogue, a lot of kind of surface level conversations that happen that have like a backhanded meaning to it, if that's a proper term. But yeah, season 2 and 3 gets a little more into that, which I enjoyed. I know some people might think the show's kind of maybe edgy slash pretentious. I mean, I personally don't think so. I think this is a great series, and I know Mo agrees too. But yeah, this is one I've also rewatched a few times too, and you kind of pick up on more as you continue watching. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting a rewatch in the near future for sure. Just been watching a lot of just clips, best moment clips, and get some of it. But yeah, like you said, the nuance and the conversation between them, and I mean their facial expressions too. That's one thing they do a lot of is kind of cutting to the character in the background and their like personal conversations or like the thoughts they're having in their head and stuff. Like the one scene it makes me think of is when Yukinon and Hachiman kind of like make up slash like acknowledge each other towards the end of third season,
mm,
and Iroha's there just witnessing it and like just saying like I hate you guys, I hate everything, like this is so unfair. So
yeah,
yeah, amazing show. Um, so that rounds off the first half of the list. We are now brought
top
into
five
the
already.
top five. Yes, sir.
Let's see if
And
there's some surprises for me and Boom.
Mm-hmm.
and this one may or may not be a surprise. Another recency bias, but IQ.
Woo!
um, the Haikyuu follows Hinata, who kind of figures out that he loves volleyball after seeing the Little Giant play um, in the what national tournament on TV when he's young and decides to start volleyball. But his school didn't have a volleyball team, and so he started it, but they were just absolutely terrible. And he decides to go to the same school as the person he looks up to, and he meets all these fantastic team members at Karasuno. And I mean, this anime just has so many good feel moments with them winning, losing, seeing them train, and like trying so hard to get better, and so many great moments of comedy, man. Like, I mean, this one's so early in it. Just Hinata not being able to do anything besides spike the ball, hitting an absolutely atrocious serve into Kageyama's head.
Oh my god, poor guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
how long is
such a
this
good show.
series?
It's like 3 seasons, four,
Four
maybe. No.
seasons. It's basically four or three 26 episode seasons, one 13 episode season, and then a movie
Oh, gotcha.
is where it's up to now. So
Dude, when they first hit that spike, man,
it's
they've
so
been training
insane,
so
man.
long.
Oh wait,
I,
this is Tanaka, but even him,
the
man.
reason why I like it, Mo, is because volleyball, man, I've never played it, never been interested in it, but just watching this, like going into it, like it's a volleyball anime. But even though it just captures it so well, I just get so hyped to watch it, man.
Mm, yeah.
But then I watch a real volleyball game and nothing like it. But I
Yeah,
think
man.
that's why it's such a good anime.
I don't hear the players on the court's inner dialogue when I'm watching real volleyball. Like to
And like,
hear.
what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Oh, like I do like the opposing teams, other players too, like the character design, even this guy's, and I
Hmm.
just like everyone's character design in this. They're unique, and you just know when someone's gonna be nasty because they got like either red hair or they look a little bit special
Yeah.
or
Yeah, like a
handsome for
giant
one of the
or
guys.
something
But
like that. And I mean, that's probably like the biggest overarching theme of the show, is Hinata being like 5'4" or something like that. Like he's so small, he shouldn't be able to excel at volleyball. All his teammates are so big, but like he's proving himself to be a member to be able to compete on the court, and like it's a great story, man. Anyone who thinks they're not good enough or not built for a sport, Haikyuu's the one to watch, man. It'll get you hyped up and training hard.
And the openings are pretty epic as well. I don't know if I told you, Mo, but my cousin spoiled ending for me, man. So I'll tell you what it is off air. But
Dang, that is unclutch. I have a
if I can't
feeling.
enjoy it, you can't either.
I have a feeling, but keep that under wraps. Uh,
Yeah, awesome show, man. I'm glad it's on here, man. I'm glad it's on here.
yeah,
That was a
it's
shocker too.
we'll
Movie
see. Like
buys?
I'm yeah, I mean that's a part of it is, I mean I watched the whole series in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks leading up
Did
to
the
watch the
same right before a
movie.
movie, right?
Yeah, because the movie was gonna stop airing in my area in a couple weeks. So I was like, dude, I gotta finish
Mm.
this. And just, I mean, it was so easy to binge, man. So
I, I don't know if it's the same for you because I don't remember where I stopped, and then I don't know if Haikyuu was ongoing or not. But like,
yeah,
because the movie came out, that's when I got back into it. So I don't remember where I stopped, but then I just binged it all, like you said, right before the movie.
yeah,
So
same. I
I don't
think
know how.
I stopped at season 2. That's because I
Mm,
remember we talked about it off air about that third season of what I thought was gonna happen. So
mm,
I remembered a different match for them. So when I saw that,
yeah,
I was super shook, super hype. So yeah, potentially the
I think
best
we're
sports anime ever. But we'll
whew,
see
up
how
there.
Blue
I'll
Log
say up
goes,
there.
man. Blue Log season 2 coming in. I think what it's at October.
Yeah.
We'll see,
Oh, the
because I
movie's
do
out.
love me
Yeah.
some Blue Log.
I say this is
Uh,
top three. It depends how it finishes, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was
See.
number 5, Haikyuu. Going in at number 4, probably most obvious based on my profile picture, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Um, story
Dang.
no
follows
surprises there.
story follows Shinji, who's kind of a like forced orphan child. His mom died when he was young, and his dad's like the head of the Nerve agency, the people who make the mechs and run the mechs. He's kind of ignored all his life. Has no, what's the word,
Change that
self-esteem.
beard.
But his dad calls on him, and it's kind of like a breath of life for him. Like, oh, my dad needs me, and he needs him to pilot these Avas, man. And I mean, just so much good story development between the three children of Asukare and Shinji, as well as like the stories of Misato and Ryoko, or Ritsuko, the people who work for them and are caring for them. But I mean, one of the best girls of the century to come from this
Oh,
show, in
Misato.
Asuka. Oh, mommy Misato right up there with her. But this
You know.
intro cracks me up so much, man. Why was homie so close when that skirt flipped up?
Oh, you know why?
But it's sad, like not getting to see these two come together. I feel like they really kind of complemented each other so well, but them being so young and having their own personal traumas really fuels their relationship, but also gets into it away a lot. Shinji and Asuka both not being able to really express their emotions well, and this whole training camp arc was so funny, man, and see them have this epic ass fight.
My God, that spin, man.
They were
I mean,
they were locked in.
this show is filled with like troubled people. Like there's pretty much all the characters are not good people, kind of. I mean that might be a little too far to say, but yeah, the show definitely does have so much going for it and pretty avant-garde with how it's done in typical Ano fashion. Classic for a reason. Um, Absolute classic uh, opening as well. Yeah,
Fire.
no surprise it's on your list. I know this has been one of your favorites for as far as I've known you at least, and yeah. many other people's favorite for good reason.
So iconic, man. And yep, can never forget Mommy Misato, man. It's someone's gonna
You haven't
punish me, it's gonna be her.
you haven't talked about Ray much though. What's up with that?
Oh,
I
the
mean,
best
yeah,
character.
we
What's up
we
with
like
that,
her
man?
in the rebuilds. We'll say that.
Is that the
Fair enough.
long hair one?
The blue hair
No, I'm saying
art
like,
collector.
didn't she have like one where she's long hairs? I don't know if that's a
Oh yeah,
movie or
she
not.
got long hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just in the movies, but she gets good development in the movies. And I mean, I do feel bad for her character in a way. Like, I mean, I think Shinji in a way almost likes her, almost more than Asuka, and Asuka treats her like absolute dog shit. I think partially because she knows Shinji has an affinity for her, but also the his dad's favoritism towards her as well. But she
Yeah.
gets treated like scum, man. Just that one scene where he goes into her room and see all
Oh
of
yeah,
her like bandages and
yeah.
shit. Uh, Ray's not forgotten, but it's gonna take 10 more rewatches to get some love from me.
I'll take that.
But
Good enough for me.
iconic show. Moving into the top three, and this is where things heat up. I think you can kind of see where what two of them are gonna be.
Yo,
Um,
Mo.
yo,
If yeah, I'll say it after you say the last three, but if one of these shows is what I'm thinking of,
Yeah,
man,
me too. I was about to say I'm between two, like two of the one mystery pick between
please
two
don't.
shows.
Please don't.
all right, we'll
I'll say it
see.
if it's not in the list, but
All right,
yeah.
and number three, got the one and only Nichijou.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Another put on from Boggs. Absolutely fucking hilarious show, man. I mean, the show follows three girls and their daily life and shenanigans that they get into at high school, and then you've got kind of the side story of these three, the talking cat Sakamoto, the professor, and the robot Hakase built Nano, and they go so hard for no reason in this show, man, with the comedy and the animation. There's just so many like outlandish jokes. Like even just this, like this is just like a short little like thing that they're messing around. Shit like this happens. I I don't even know. I words cannot describe the comedy in this show and how amazing it is.
Arguably harder to describe than Evangelion.
Yeah, it's just every episode is so much nonsense. Like this, like her mom left her a note that she's gonna go play this soccer volleyball hybrid. It's just like why is her mom doing this? Like how did she get into that? Why is there a neighborhood game of this going on?
Yeah, this just like so much random scenes but done brilliantly. Like you said, they be going hard for no reason sometimes in regards to like the animation. But yeah, this series goes like 100 miles a minute with the jokes too, and how crazy it is. It's just something you gotta experience. Just sit down and watch this series, and yeah, this is definitely a special show for sure.
uh, who's your favorite out of the trio,
Mine,
Boggs?
oh, out of the trio, I was gonna say overall it's Nano the robot.
Hmm.
Um, my favorites probably Mio. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta love
she's
her little wooden cues that has like some weird backstory.
yeah. Yeah, I think Mio is my favorite as well. She's the most grounded out of them. Just her reactions are
Yeah,
so funny to things. Like it's always a Yuko doing some dumbass shit and her shitting on her for it. And then you have
yeah.
Mai,
Yuko is
who's
just a dummy. She's just a big dummy, man.
Mai's so mysterious. Like one episode where she just takes her wig off.
Yeah.
Yuko's freaking out about it, and no one else is reacting. Then she's like sitting up on the bookshelf, laying there, and she puts her hand up, and it's like the man in God picture that she completes.
Yeah. Um the hands, right?
Yeah, the finger, the
Yeah.
drawn finger and her fingertip touch. And then even like the professor, or not the professor, the principal and the vice principal have their moments, man. Like when he wrestles the sheep and Yuko's the only one in the hallway to experience it. And she wants to tell the class so bad, but she's been kicked out of class. And
Yeah.
then, like this scene right
I
here, man. It's like, you want us to take this small statue back? He's like, small? All right, we'll take this ugly statue right away. And it's of that guy.
it's him. Yeah. No, this show is so hilarious. I even love how like Mio and her like, cause she be drawing some questionable manga panels and stuff like that. There's even like an episode where she has the group help her out and just
Just
you know
destroy it.
nothing goes well. Yeah.
Man, that's the scene right here when the cop picks up her
Yeah.
manuscript and she destroys him. So her boys' love drawings don't get exposed to the world. Such a great series, man. This is probably definitely the funniest on this list, and I can't think of many anime funnier than this one. Boom, you need to complete this, man, because it's a joy.
I will add it to the list. That never-ending list, my friend.
Oh God, the list has never been touched. Yeah, that's Nichijou. Leading into the number two, I think this one's quite obvious now. Licorice Recoil.
Oh, oh.
Story follows Chisato, who works at the cafe shop Nikoriko, and Takina, who's also so Chisato's like a, I don't know, like almost like an independent Licorice Recoil agent. She used to be part of the agency, but she kind of left. And then Takina gets kicked out from the agency for questionable actions. And so she's forced to go work with the Nikoriko Cafe agency. And I mean, the main story is, kind of figuring out Chisato a little bit about her past and a like fellow, she's part of what's called like the Allen Institute. She was like a gifted child, and mild spoilers, but she can dodge bullets because of that. And there's one dude that was another, the villain you can see in the back of the poster, that was also a gifted child that she defeated when she was young. So the story, overarching story, is kind of him trying to get his revenge against her and the world, because he lost and was kind of disposed of. But I mean, the real story is the interactions with Chisato and Takina. Seeing Takina go from like someone who's such a almost like military person, that's all she lives and breathes is the agency. Like going to Rico, she doesn't even have like day clothes. She just only has the outfit and that's it. And like seeing
She's like a
Chisato
try
bring
hard.
her out. Yeah. Super try hard. So I love this
I just
series so much.
I just love how bubbly and energetic Chisato is.
Mhm.
The only thing about this show is it's not like I didn't really care too much about like the second half kind of stuff because it was definitely important to it. I just much more, like you mentioned, enjoyed the the cafe aspect of it. But
Mhm.
yeah, that didn't really kind of turn me off or anything like that. I also really enjoy this series. I like the cast. And I know some scenes did get deep a little later on with, to avoid spoilers, kind of the the tight the thin ice that Sato walks on and all that stuff. But yeah, no, this was exciting. I like the action sequences were it looked great too, and yeah, supporting cast were all great. Shouts out to little
Chestnut.
chestnut girl,
Or
serial hacker.
or
But
what
yeah,
was
I
that?
mean,
The
go ahead.
robot's name? Like the rival of Chestnut? Uh,
Wasn't his name like Robot or something like that? The guy with the robot head, right?
yeah, he came
Yeah,
back as one of the ending villains, right? Or
yeah.
partnered with them.
His name was Dobota.
Total.
But yeah, I think the best part of this series too is, I mean, it was like an original series, and they've created so much spin-off slice of life content. And just looking at my shelf here, I've got seven manga, and then or eight manga, and then there's two light novels, and then they're publishing the show as a manga as well. So I mean, it's plenty of content for them to adapt. They released something a long time ago saying that like quote unquote season two is coming, but yet to hear anything about that yet. So fingers crossed that that comes soon. 'Cause I can't get enough of them.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, girls shooting guns, what's not there to like?
I'm shocked that you guys didn't talk about the best scene in the whole show, man. The upside down scene, man.
Yeah,
That
that
was
all the
peak
fan arts for that
show.
were amazing for sure. At least Mo, I guess we didn't comment on it, but Mo did do the sakana scene at the aquarium. Yeah, that was
Oh,
great. See Takina kind of open up a bit more from kind of Sato's infectious energy. Yeah, I mean the selling point, I know I kind of said the other stuff I didn't care too much about, but the main selling point is kind of the interaction between these two, and they definitely delivered on that aspect of it. So yeah,
Yeah,
uh, great show.
yeah. And last note,
great pick, my man.
absolute banger opening in ED. These are two songs I
Yeah,
listen to almost on the daily, man. I'm probably gonna be singing one of them at a karaoke when my trip in Japan. So absolutely
That
love
better be a
this.
solo trip, my man. That better be solo karaoke.
Oh man.
Um,
I'm gonna put my cousin on, hope she sing with me.
quick question, Mo. Did you watch the opening while you watch the show too, or?
Nah, I just listen to the
Come
song
on, man.
afterwards.
It
Well,
hits
man,
different when you watch it live, man.
gotta get to the
yeah, they
meat,
even got
bro.
the cute scene with them kicking each other's butts.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I'll have to watch it again after this. 'Cause you know me, boys. I see that button pop up and I smash it. Just like the
Too
viewers should
tempting.
be slashing the like button.
That monkey brain
Nice,
activates. He
nice.
sees skip button, he just clicks it. Doesn't think
For real.
twice.
Single neurons firing in that moment. But on to the grand finale, number one. Everybody knows, anyone who's watched a bit of this show will know. Naruto.
Was the drum roll needed on that, ladies and gentlemen?
Clicked it
Oh,
a little too early. I should have waited a second. But I mean, absolute classic. This is basically my childhood. Discovered this show at fourth grade, third grade, and absolutely fell in love. I mean, what's there not to love about ninjas, man?
I know Boom was thinking a different ninja show would be
dude,
on this.
that's yes. I was like, no way, it's top three, man. No way you putting Under Ninja up here. What's going on?
Uh, maybe after I read the manga, man, or season two, it'll
I
sneak its
had
way
I
in
had
there.
that I had the cricket sound effect on standby, dude. I was like ready for it.
That's cold, bro. That's cold. But
I was,
I mean, the show was
Naruto.
so insanely popular, man. We got kids till this day running through the playground looking like
Kids.
absolute fools.
I seen
I
Boggs
mean,
do this in
Boom,
Osaka, my man.
no.
I mean, how can you not hit this, man? Especially after a couple brewskis, it's so aerodynamic. You can't run any other way. That's why Choji's
We were
still fat and
sober.
slow, man. Look how he's running. He's running normally.
Oh,
But I mean, so many iconic scenes, iconic characters like this Rock Lee scene, man. Can't get away from it, man. Mans was
And
running
I know that
around with
scene.
10,000 pounds on his ankles.
He nerfed himself, man.
For real.
It was
Yeah.
so epic because I think the Sand Village, I forgot their name. The Gara's two people were like, it's just a couple weights, right? And then it
Yeah.
slammed on the ground.
Everybody was floored when they saw this, man. Dude turned into lightning itself.
Yeah, my buddy
So
Adesanya loves this too.
good
He
man.
does.
Not a huge fan of Adesanya, but I love him for that, man. He's the goat for that. I mean, just so many good hand-to-hand combat scenes even. Like, I mean, this animation came out in what, like 2006 probably? Maybe a little later. But just so well done. I mean, there's new anime now that have taken the choreography from some of the fights and, as an homage, you've thrown it in there. Uh, Absolutely iconic, man. Love the series. The ending, we won't talk about that too much.
Yeah.
Boruto's getting
Oh,
good, so
whoa.
That
we
sounds like hope, man.
it won't ever make it on the top 10 because I won't watch the anime, but um,
Good.
may see it on a future manga video from me. We'll see.
Mo, the reason why I like Naruto, man, is the villains. The villains are insanely like my favorites, dude.
Dude, I
Even
mean,
Sasuke, when he was evil mode, he was my
yeah,
favorite.
dude, I mean, from
Sheesh.
the first real boss that they see in being Zabuza and him having such a deep arc, like, dude, there's all the Akatsuki characters, Itachi,
Yes,
Kisame,
sir. The
like,
song, the plays,
yeah, dude, such an iconic
Still to
song,
this
man.
day, I want a Akatsuki robe, man. It looks too cringe walking out like that, man.
Hey, man, when we hit that Anime Expo sometime in the future, man, we'll be pulling up as the Akatsuki for sure.
While you were liking Sai, man, I was liking Kisame, man.
I don't know. Not that weird lady boy, man. I was shook when they replaced Sasuke in the crew with him, man. I was like, hey, what you doing?
He got the waifu though, man. That was my favorite girl in that show. Forgot her
Man,
name.
you wrong for that too. You can't even remember her name? I even know who you're
Man,
talking
been
about, but
ages. No, is it? No, it's not. Is it?
no, yeah, you're right,
Oh,
but
come on, Boggs.
she did have that glow when
Why
she got the
me?
long hair, man. But
Keep
yeah,
me out of this, man.
Tsunade was OP too, man, for two obvious reasons:
I mean,
personality and
Yes.
strength.
even Sakura, man, like that first arc
Yeah, stop.
against Sasori, like she was so badass. I just hate that they couldn't figure out a way to have her continue on to power scale along with Naruto and Sasuke. I mean, like she clearly hit a peak so early in Shippuden that it sucks. But I mean, Kishimoto's also
I'm
kind of known for hating female characters, so
Mo. I'm so glad you
didn't hear
brought up
that from
that
me.
scene, man.
Which
Two
one? This one?
reasons. No, the Sasori scene.
Hmm.
Two, I love Naruto, but how did an old lady in Sakura beat Sasori, man? Did he kill like the Kage or something?
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's like taking out a whole village with his 10 puppets and shit like that, and
All it took
yeah,
was
he
one.
killed the Kage. But I mean, hey, man, Chio is the puppet master. Put some respect on
All
her
it took
name.
was, I think, Sakura cutting her hair. Remember that scene? She could have done so much other things. I always see memes about that, man.
Oh, in the forest. Yeah, but so
Great
such an
show, man.
iconic scene, man. This is my childhood. This is what I grew up on. It's how I built my life philosophy. It's the ninja way. Um, so ain't much else to say about Naruto, but we'll see if anything ever trumps it. I doubt it. I'm gonna be forcing my kids to watch this on repeat. Um,
Also, fire OPs too, and EDs as well.
yeah,
Blue Sky, come on now.
it's Bluebird.
Oh,
Bluebird.
Bluebirds there. Bluebirds. Sorry. Sorry.
Man,
I was thinking of Fly High, Haikyuu still. That song is a banger.
but yeah, and
Dang.
that concludes the top 10, gentlemen.
While Boggs was watching Avatar Last Airbender, Mo was watching Naruto. Pretty epic.
Hey man. Yeah, Naruto's one I do need to get to eventually. Embarrassed to say that.
I
Um,
still need
but
again. I still need to watch Naruto too. So I'm with you in that boat.
Ninja Shippuden.
Just
If
Shippuden boy over here.
if you only have time to watch one, man, I always it's probably childhood bias still, but the original is just peak, man.
Really?
There's not a single bad arc to me. Like the ending of Shippuden gets kind of wonky, but like for me, the original series has no bad arc. Entire thing's fire. So many epic fights, like that whole arc against the Sound Four. You probably don't even know what I'm referencing, but that whole fight against them and the final
Oh, I
face-off
do.
with Sasuke and Naruto was just absolutely amazing.
You know what's crazy, Mo? I know. I think it's the Orochimaru curse people you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I only know that because I used to always play the games, man. So I probably know, but I haven't watched. I play games and everything besides watch it, man.
You know their powers, but you don't know what it took for
I mean,
those
the
guys
flute guy
to,
was OP, right?
yeah. Blue Chick is so OP, man. She could do cast Genjutsu by sound.
Shit.
I
Boggs don't even know
myself
what Genjutsu is.
am a data book of Naruto, man. I could go on and on about it. But
Do you have a favorite character?
yeah, probably Rock Lee.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, it's Rock
very
Lee
Pretty
nice.
epic.
and in terms
Because
of
I'm like a mentor to you, Mo. My favorite character is my guy, so it's pretty epic.
hell no, little bro. Should be the other way around. You don't remember me slamming your ass in wrestling back in high school, teaching you the
Come on,
ways.
man.
But yeah,
Classic for a reason though. Classic for a reason.
That is true.
sir.
Good list, Mo. Bunch of surprises though, man.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah, I
other
think
ninja.
biggest one's just the lack of Full Metal.
Yes.
At least for me,
Yes.
Yeah, and I think
I thought maybe it could be lower, but
yeah, and I
not.
think part of it is yeah, like my lack of viewership of it, but also I didn't want to have to choose between kind of diving deeper into Brotherhood or the original. I love both
Mm.
and gonna upset people saying I prefer the original, but I mean that one's just for a shonen, especially being very dark. Absolutely love it. We'll need to get you guys to watch it so that we can have a good in-depth discussion about it for sure.
Yeah,
I listen to the OP. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does have banger OPs.
I think if you didn't put that in your honorable mention, me and Boggs would have been like anticipating it, and it would have just.
would
I
have
think
Yeah.
we
been
would have
like,
both been shocked, dude.
but then I would have been like, "Where's Licorice Recoil?" Because I know, at least for me, I would have expected it.
Nah,
I wonder
wouldn't
when
have.
we would have noticed it wouldn't be on the list.
Mm,
I think still probably when it's like showing one, because I would think either Naruto or Full Metal is gonna get snubbed.
Yeah,
It'd be tough. It'd be tough.
yeah. Anything else you guys were expecting, or is it
Hmm.
just
uh,
the increase in romance is just the biggest shocker?
yeah. As a list as a whole, that probably would be it. I think a lot of the things, like if you asked me before
Oh,
I heard your list, I wouldn't have said anything, but once you mentioned it's on your list, it's like okay, yeah, I could see that being on your list. So
I have one more. I don't know if you read it or watched it. I know you did one of the two, but Initial D, I thought, because I know you like that show. I'm pretty sure a lot.
oh yeah, that is
I
true.
I do like the show, but I think it falls closer into like top 25, 20-ish.
Mm,
It's it's a tough one because it's
that,
like one that in the moment I love watching it, but
gotcha.
it's like I don't know how much I would revisit it. Like all of these shows I would go back and rewatch in a heartbeat. And I mean in half of these I have watched two or three times now. So it's it's the music that does it for Initial D, man. The music and the combination of the music and the drifting and the cold ass character of Takumi. But yeah, good shout. I did think about that one. I was even kind of leaning towards on the honorable mentions, but
Mm,
the other three just trumped it for me.
Sorry, we got an extra final honorable mention.
that is
So
true.
Oh, but yeah, great list.
Shout out for making the list, man. Enjoyed it quite a bit.
thank you. Yeah. But yeah, that's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in and peace out.
Stay
All right,
frosty.
later, guys.